Imagine a situation: you are being chased by a human-owned creature. You can't negotiate with it. You can't hide from it. You can't run away from it. It will find you anyway. It's programmed to do so. Inexorable as a roller and inevitable as a tank. How to eliminate it? It is absolutely unclear. All that remains is hopelessness and fear. James Cameron's movie Terminator is exactly about this. The atmosphere of fear and hopelessness is perfectly conveyed in the movie. If you put yourself in the shoes of the characters in the movie, it becomes really uncomfortable. Sticky fear slowly crawls under your skin, and you can't do anything about it. Admittedly, in my nightmares, I myself had a couple of times a cybernetic monster from the future in the guise of Schwarzenegger, making me jump up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat. It was just like James Cameron's apparition. The director came up with his cyborg in a fever delirium and transferred his sick fantasies to the screen. Perhaps that's why the plot turned out so scary and realistic. And it still looks relevant to this day, especially in the light of recent events, which do not add optimism at all. Agree? The first movie impresses not at all with special effects. The effects here are made on the knees and on pure enthusiasm. It is not even Schwarzenegger in the lead role that impresses. The movie mesmerizes with its atmosphere and realism, no matter how fantastic the plot seemed. Despite the fact that the movie was made for 3 pennies. In the continuation of this story, the atmosphere of hopelessness was not in the past. Doomsday is gorgeous with technical perfection. The plot in many ways repeats the original movie, but at the same time it is not frightening at all. And that's because the cyborg from the first part has gone over to the side of good, and he is commanded by a teenager. With such a defender, no enemy. Scary. Even if it is a liquid metal monster, isn't it? No matter how strange it may seem today. But the feeling of hopelessness is present in the third part. For all the comical nature of the plot and the cartoonishness of the characters, the third picture has the most important thing going for it. Throughout the movie, there is an unrelenting sense of foreboding of great misfortune, as if something terrible is about to happen. And this feeling cannot be interrupted by any humor, no matter how hard the creators try. Then this feeling was transferred to the Sarah Connor Chronicles. With each new episode, the tension grew more and more, reaching a climax in the final episodes of the second season. However, the series lacked the integrity and depth of the source material. Then there was a rather interesting fourth part of Let the Savior Come. In contrast to the standard run-and guns, the fourth movie is quite a self-contained movie, with an interesting plot and unexpected development of a long-familiar story. But here, too, the creators a little bit did not dawdle with the plot. The subsequent series are not worth the viewer's attention at all, for they look like ordinary attractions. Cyborg here can be anyone, Pops, or a curtain salesman with a thumbs up to John. It doesn't matter anymore, for the metal monster that once inspired fear is gone. Now it's a good-natured grandfather. So it turns out that the first Terminator, filmed for decades ago, remains the best movie of the famous film franchise, and causes inexpressible sensations even today. And if we remember about the cyborg from the future, who tried to change the world, it is definitely worth revisiting the original movie. What do you think? Which part of Terminator do you like more, and which one do you rewatch most often? I will be glad to hear your opinion in the comments.